Lisa Vanderpump is getting called out and dragged in the media. So last week, Lisa Vanderpump announced that she would be closing her doors on Pump, which is the restaurant that she opened up about 10 years ago. We saw her opening up the restaurant on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's now officially closing her doors on July 5th. And Pump will no longer be in West Hollywood. She did also announce that she's opening up 2 new restaurants at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. She claimed that this was all over lease negotiations and how the landlord wasn't willing to work with them. And I guess the word on the curb is that they were trying to raise the rent. Well, the landlord is now clapping back and basically calling her out, saying, liar, liar, Vanderpump on fire. So the landlord told E.T., I'll just read you their statement. The landlord said to E.T., Lisa's comments regarding the rent for Pump are not accurate. We did not raise the rent and, in fact, have been nothing but supportive as they try to catch up on lease obligations, including forgiving some rent during the pandemic. And I was like, oop. We did not come to play, did we? We came, if you're going to take a shot at this V, then you better, at LVP, then you better not miss. And it's interesting. Listen, I get it. Businesses and people in general struggled in 2020 and in 2021, even going into 2022. It was a rough couple of years. We're finally, back on the mend and trying to recover. But a lot of people did not recover. A lot of people really struggled. So I get if the restaurant industry took out Pump and really kind of buried them, but so they're clearly saying that this wasn't about the rent being raised. I don't know if I fully believe that. I don't know who I fully believe, to be honest with you, because I would think after a 10-year lease, trying to get someone to sign again, you're going to probably try to raise the rent. I would think after 10 years, rent is going to go up. Inflation goes up. Inflation pushes the cost of things up. They have to make up their money if they lost their money somewhere. I mean, listen, rent for people, just living, not commercial rent, but personal home or apartments that people are renting or houses that people are renting, that rent is going up because they're trying to make up for what they lost, especially being in such a prime real estate spot. I would imagine they can raise the rent. So I would think that it did go up maybe a little bit, maybe not much, because it sounds like they were trying to still work with her. And I think they wanted to raise it a bit, and she probably wanted her past due balance forgiven. I don't know what the negotiations were that fell through. I'm pretty sure she wanted her balance forgiven. And she was like, listen, we'll sign again, but you forgive everything that we're missing, and we'll start clean slate moving forward. It doesn't seem like that worked out for her. But, I mean, here's the thing. They're not going to want to lose her. They don't want her to walk because at the end of the day, they need someone to occupy that space. And having to sell it and find someone new to buy it and put in a profitable business, that takes time. They'd rather not waste the time and just keep her for another 10 years. That's the easier thing to do because now they have to find, somebody that's willing to buy the spot. And it's probably going to be vacant for a while because if she's out come July 5th, I highly doubt that somebody new is going to come right in, buy it up, build a spot, and make it profitable. That whole process takes time. And as that process is unfolding, people are they're going to be losing money because nobody's going to be renting out that space, especially if LVP is still there until the end of July, or the end of June, because she closes on July 6th, right? The weekend. 4th of July weekend is her last weekend there, which also dumb because it's nobody's in LA 4th of July weekend. Everybody goes out of town that weekend. So not to be a drag, but it's true. Ay, Mamma mia, here I go again. Good luck, LVP. She still got Sir. She still got Tom Tom. But it's going to be a bummer because that Pump location is prime real estate in West Hollywood. It's right on the corner on Santa Monica Boulevard. It's a great spot. You have Rocco's at the other end of the corner, right? I think it's Rocco's. And then you have a bunch of spots in between. That's the hub. That's the bar scene. People go bar hopping and eating out there. And that's just the main strip in West Hollywood. It's got the rainbow on it, for God's sake. So we'll see what happens.